Welkom bij de Drunken barbecue. Today we're going to make some awesome spicy shotgun shells. And for these shotgun shells we're going to use ground beef, cannelloni shells, rib mias, moonshine infused rub from grilling with shine, chili flakes, diced onions, ricotta cheese and some bacon. I cut myself some lean beef and a diced rib, after which I put it through the grinder. If you cut yourself some fattier meat, I would say freeze it up first, because that makes it a lot easier when it goes through the grinder. And we're starting this dish off with loading up our ground beef. And what would a dish be without onions? Shotgun shells are asking for some cheese, so we're using ricotta. And we pack it with flavor of rib mias from Grilling with Shine. And here are the chilies. And we're mixing all of this together to have a nice package of flavors. Next thing on the list is filling these shells, there you go, with our meat and wrapping them in bacon. You have to be kind of careful with this, because before you know, the shells will break. So a little bit of a tedious job, but hey, who cares? Barbecue is no fast food. Look at that. And when they start to look like spring rolls, it's time to wrap them in bacon. Before we use the bacon, we're going to sprinkle some rib mias on it. And then we take a shell and we wrap it into the bacon. Like a blanket. Look at that. Like giving the shell a sleeping bag of bacon. Look at that. As you're still watching, you must like the video, so hit those like and subscribe buttons, guys. Next thing on the list is firing up the cooker and bring it up to 250. COVID. Next thing on the list is firing up the cooker and bring it up to 250 Fahrenheit. Playing at fire. And as firewood today we're using birch. Why birch? Well, that's our local hardwood. But make sure you use it without the bark, because that's where all the nasty stuff is. And now we made it to 250 Fahrenheit, we're going to put the shells on. There they go. And as final touch, we're going to give them a rub of our homemade barbecue sauce. For which the recipe you will find at the end of the video. And then we wish them good night and see you in about 2 hours. And now we go over to phase 2. The only thing we need to do now is having a beer and keeping a steady temperature of 250 Fahrenheit for 2 hours. The shotgun shells have been in the smoker for about 2 hours now, so let's get them out of there and cut them open and I'll show you what I like. Ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've been waiting for has arrived. Look at that, look at that. Isn't this the pasta dish you always wanted? And that's it again for today's guys. Thanks for watching. Hit those like and subscribe buttons and see you next week.